Greetings. I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice. Welcome to your weekly rune reading going over September 18th through the 24th, 2025. This week, the cosmos invites us to navigate moments where clarity, transformation, and balance all come together. Mercury, Venus, and Mars all change signs this week as well. The solar eclipse at 29 degrees Virgo signals karmic closure, asking us to release perfectionism and outdated patterns. And this is huge. The equinox and Mabon celebrate balance, gratitude, and the harvest of our efforts. Meanwhile, the sun changes over into the sign of Libra. There's so much more. And there's a wealth of astrological information in the description box below that goes over the energies of this week in so much more detail. September is a universal number 9 month, time for endings, letting go, and preparing for renewal. The Elder Futhark runes this week guide us through the dialogue, growth, cleansing, balance, mystery, courage, and transformation. Sacred and world observances deepen this flow. Mabon, Rosh Hashanah, World Car Free Day, and more. Yes, more remind us to reflect, be grateful, and welcome the clarity. So let's dive in to these energies and see what Divine has to say through the runes for you this week. Greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. In your energetic past, the rune of Tiwaz takes form here. In this, we have that vector of victory. The arrow going up is that forward momentum, that progress. Now, this is the god Tyr's rune of Tiwaz. Now, the god Tyr, he sacrificed his arm to stave off Ragnarok. Now, this could be a martyr type of energy, but this is also indicative of sticking up for what is right and the collective, what is just, what is true, very much like a Libra kind of energy with the scales of justice. Right? So this is a lot like the Justice card in tarot as well. And this is a reminder also that when the lines are going straight down on the runes, that's very grounded energy. Okay? And you're always in that dedication work of your goals, really. What you're sticking up for. What do you feel is just and true and needing to be addressed? And this is in your energetic past, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Maybe it was a martyr energy. Maybe it's just showing up and doing the work. All right. In your energetic now, we have Sawilo. This is the sun rune. Now, with the eclipse energy this week, I believe that's a good reason why this is here. Sawilo is the sun rune where it's a reminder that the sun's light, everything that it touches, it is blessed. It's given warmth, security, vitamins, light codes, so many awesome things, right? The sun also shines on anything and everything without hesitation, without reservation. It simply is. It simply is. You're going from that dedication to being simply is. You're kind of in that simply is state right now, but that eclipse and Mabon, this type of energy in the season, the equinox, all that, is all greatly dependent on where the sun is shining on our planet, especially for us in the northern hemisphere, Mabon, okay, and the equinox. For the southern hemisphere, it's the spring, and us in the northern hemisphere, it's the fall. Okay? In your energetic near future, it's Urus. This is like momentum energy. This is still very grounded here in the future. Maybe not so grounded right now, but this is very quick for the instructions, because Urus, the ox, it already knows its instructions. It's very grounded, healthy energy. And when this large animal really gets moving, it's like a downward hill type of momentum where you gain speed. So this could be swift dedication and more momentum into that work. Regardless, Urus is about that abundance of natural vitality. This is a type of abundance depending on which rune sets you are studying. This is Elder Futhark, so I go with this more vitality, natural health, okay? Grounding, diet, and not just food and drink, what we surround ourselves with. What do we watch? What do we listen to? Who do we hang out with? All of that. But this is that healthy, grounded momentum type of energy where you're very much in that swift and driven energy in your very near future. This is a beautiful, like, nothing can stand in your way. Nothing can stand in Uru's way. You try to stand in Uru's way, you're getting run over. Okay? In your energetic influence of the now, Pisces, you have Manas. Manas is that grounded energy again. This is one clan flag facing another clan flag. So that's like inciting a definition of other than. It's not necessarily an invitation and joining of, which typically is indicative of Manas, or it's not really a definition to either, join or defend. Okay? It's neither in this aspect. This is just the influence position. So this is an enhanced clarity, like Dagas is also built into Manas here. So whenever we go through this enhanced clarity, this enhanced definition, we get this enhanced transmutative type of clarity, whether or not you defend or you add to that energy. Either way, you're getting clarity. Either way, you'll never be the same again. Either way, you're transmuting something. Okay, now that's the influence of the now. It's still very stable, very grounded energy. You're still shining like the sun, being yourself, right? So what's the advice for you right now, Pisces? All right, advice for you right now, Pisces, is manifesting. This is very much fire energy. This is Kinaz, which means torch. So you can hold on to the torch here, and this is like the light shining its on the path, illuminating the path for yourself and for others. Now, in this position, I'll explain it very much more thoroughly. Now, Kinaz is like that Pac-Man energy, likes to keep moving forward, trailblazing, right? Gobbling up dots as you go along. Leading by example. And I can't stress that enough. When we manifest, we're in Kinaz, we're lighting the path for others and ourselves. That's leading by example. That is not becoming a martyr. That's practicing what we preach. What we see in others is a reflection of ourselves. So the advice that we give to others is also advice that we need to be looking at taking ourselves. Any good healer out there will take into consideration any advice or therapies that they need to give, right? And to consideration and ask themselves very honestly, is that something I need to address in myself? Am I receiving it with love? All right? Am I responding to it with love? Let everything pass through that great love filter. Don't become a hypocrite. Don't become a martyr out of it. You're leading by example, being your own badass self, shining like this, all right? But through this trailblazing energy, the choice is yours. Either you do this in healthy ways and you gain that momentum, or you do this in not so healthy ways and you still have that momentum, kind of like, it's going to be hard to stop that. So whatever you focus on here right now is going to be easy to, once it gets started, to keep it going. But if you make a misstep, that's when it'll be a little bit harder to correct it. So stay vigilant in your sense of identities, sense of labels. This is like 3D labels, the rune of mankind. What goes around comes around. I know what I'm expecting, right? I know what I'm doing. I know what I am. I know what this other than is. And therefore I have an enhanced perspective of where I stand in my community, where I stand in my own value of myself, how I value others, right? And that shows how we shine and lead by example. This is fire energy. This is also fire energy. This is like the Wands suit in tarot. So this is super easy manifesting time for you right now, Pisces, during this eclipse portion, right? Maybe not so much during that lunar eclipse a little bit ago, but this eclipse, wowee, okay? That's WOWIE, right? Let's get that rune for your energetic outcome for everything. Yeah, enhanced faith. This is Algies. This is the elk rune. This is still very grounded, like the hoof of the elk planted in the tundra. And these are the antlers of the elk with your divine connection and divine protection. This is your built-in divine defense. So this is increased awareness of faith, stability moving forward. So you have this vector of victory, and maybe, I don't think this might have been a misstep. I think you're still very much in this dedication of knowing what is fair, what is just, sticking up for yourself and for others, having this great sense of self-worth, identity, knowing clearly where you stand. Yeah, and shining like your badass self. You're called to be in your manifestation right now, but in the most purest of ways, because through this you get this huge outcome of enhanced divine faith, protection, groundedness. This, like, I can see you like embodying this majestic elk, lifting his head up in the morning mist and letting out that bugle into the morning air. Kind of majestic energy here, Pisces. I can imagine you being this magical, majestic being here. Like, you're really doing a lot of really awesome, dedicated work for yourself and the collective here, I see. And this is going to gain a lot of momentum here for you moving forward. So your patience from the past is paying off. That dedication is way paying off. The warning here is just to make sure that you are not doing this with a sense of ego, right? That you're leading by example, right? That you have healthy definitions, all right? That healthy dedication and all that. Beautiful stuff here for you. Also, please let me know in the comments below how this resonates here with you. I'm not going to do the runes of clarity here like I did the last couple weeks here, Pisces, but please let me know in the comments below as well how those worked out for you. I don't know unless you let me know how to move forward here with your divinely guided rune readings, right? How you like the format, basically. Okay, they're all divinely guided regardless, all right? But please let me know in the comments below. I won't know otherwise. So I appreciate and value your feedback on that. Thank you in advance. So without further ado, let's get a message of clarity from the messages from the Fairies Oracle deck. The fairies are divinely guided beings who love to assist us in our journeys, and they have a message for you right away. This says, walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. Yeah, something, you stood up for yourself, and maybe even the little guy. Or a friend, or a colleague, or a family member. Like, you stood up for what is right and what is just, what is true, and you had that conviction. You did it, and you're dedicated, and now you get to shine like yourself. You're leading by example, though, not with that ego, but with that firm, grounded conviction. And this will enhance your faith because you walked away from that. Whatever you stood up for yourself or for other, whatever this was, maybe in your more distant past, maybe like a week or so ago, maybe even a month ago, this is going to come up and show up as a confirmation. Now let's read more about that walk away card. Now, walk away again says, leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. Pisces, it's safe for you to make your desired change. You've been wanting to do so, but have hesitated out of fears about what the future holds and how people will react to your decision. The card validates that it really is time to leave. You'll be happier and healthier as a result. Ask the fairies to smooth the path of your transition and lend the necessary support. The sooner you make this change, the sooner you'll experience the bliss that your future has in store for you. Additional meanings for this card, Pisces, are to be assertive and tell someone your true feelings. Assertiveness is here. Tell somebody your true feelings? Yeah. Okay, another meaning is to make a commitment to yourself and vow to keep it. That'll enhance your momentum and stability moving forward, your health, your vitality, your wellness. Another one is to start planning now so you're able to leave, such as calling a support group, updating your resume, or squirreling away money. The last one is to go for a healthful walk. So it's like a walking meditation. And this will help with that groundingness kind of aspect, healing. This will help discern a lot of these informations. Like a walking meditation is a really good one. So this might not even be walking away from this, okay? This might just be calling you just to walk right now in a walking meditation. Not necessarily walking away from something, but just walk, right? Just walk, and that'll increase your health, your vitality, your sense of well-being, your happiness, your sense of success, abundance, luck, right? This is vitality. This is also vitality. This is a natural success and vitality, and this is your holistic success and vitality. So this is more ethereal, mental. This is more physical, emotional. All right. Let me know in the comments below how this resonates here for you, Pisces. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.